Good evening, soccer fans, as we welcome you to the Portage County Youth Soccer Facility here at Scafidi Field for this matchup between the SPASH Panthers and the Neenah Rockets. My name is Mike Warren. I'm joined by Steve Maves on commentary this evening, Trevor Zaleski on the production for this one on a 38-degree Tuesday night. As we take a look at these two teams that we've both covered pretty extensively this spring season. And Steve, what have you seen from the Panthers to make this the game that we're expecting?
Well, last week they came out after a tough loss to Eau Claire Memorial in on a Saturday game, and then they came into conference play last week in probably the same weather conditions, but much windier, much snowier, and they came out and won 11-1, and then they took down a good Fond du Lac team last week as well, 1-0. And so once they turned that corner after the Eau Claire Memorial game, 2-0 in conference now, and looking to keep it up before their big matchup against Kimberly on Thursday.
For sure, and look at the Neenah Rockets on the other side coming off. Last game we did, they had a strong win against Oshkosh West, 5-2. Just a good, or 5-3, I should say, a good performance there. A hat trick from Junior kind of rolled from there, and we were talking before we went on the air, these are going to be two physical teams, two teams that have gotten their fair share of cards throughout the year.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of physicality. This is going to be a very intense game between two teams that have pretty high expectations probably going forward, with not much season left and tournament time coming up shortly. And I think the big net is also going to be both teams have pretty good.
Yeah, Spencer is top of the notch as well. Last week in the game that we saw, 11-1, his the only goal that he had going up against him was a penalty kick. Otherwise, he was just in his goal box jumping up and down trying to get warm, because his defense and his offense put so much pressure on the goodness, who do they play? What did I say? Appleton West, the Terrors, last week, and be able to win 11-1. Spencer is a shutout, as I mentioned, against Fond du Lac on Thursday of last week, and so we'll see what he can do here tonight. As you mentioned, a very good, aggressive Neenah team, and two good goalkeepers could come down to one mistake on either side.
For sure, and of course Hansen, he had a shutout against Appleton East. It's good for SPASH. For Neenah, you've got Christian Quinones, you've got Zach Ziegert at forward, who's going to be very, very strong. Like this team is going to be. These are going to be two teams that are going to be going up and down the field with incredible speed, and both teams know what they're doing. Neenah, a couple years ago, went to the state championship. This is a veteran team who knows how to win, and SPASH, what can you say? The Panthers have been a good athletic program forever in multiple sports.
Yep.
And you can't expect anything different for the Panthers this year.
Well, and one thing that we saw last week with SPASH from that first doubleheader that we saw, and then the first weekend of the year, Ben Omernick was playing a lot of defense for SPASH. He got moved to the offensive side, and he scored the first goal of the game last week. Just a sophomore, and Ben has been outstanding this year. And as you mentioned, a very abbreviated season with tournament happening in a couple weeks. But two teams that don't really see each other a whole lot, with SPASH usually obviously in the Wisconsin Valley, and Neenah in the Fox Valley, a team that usually might play each other on a Saturday here and there. But it's going to be a good matchup. SPASH has had a lot of good games this year, going up against these, don't want to say much better, but pretty tough Fox Valley teams throughout this spring. For
sure, of course, both teams do play later this week again, back at home, both teams on Thursday. And so this will be a good test. Both teams obviously trying to get out here healthy and then get toward Thursday with some tough competition going forward. I know Kimberly is a very good team for SPASH to have to deal with in a couple of days. Yeah,
they have Kimberly on Thursday, and then they have I know they have a game next Tuesday against the aforementioned Oshkosh West, and Vinny will be here to broadcast that game, because we have a whole lot of games next week with baseball and softball practice starting yesterday, and the season starting next week. So we're going to be in full swing here at Zaleski Sports, and it's going to be a lot of fun the next couple months.
Well, so as both teams do their final warm-ups, got the words from the coaches, we will step aside. We'll be back with you guys closer to the opening kick right here on your high school home for sports, Zaleski Sports.
Need incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 123 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 123 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. At Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Ball worked around, higher, launches a 3, got it.
So a good win for Mosinee tonight.
Ty Pankratz picks it, Simone at first in time, and the Stratford Tigers are state champions.
The Wisconsin Rapids Assumption Royals are your Division 5 state champions!
Small Williams, Jay Slag Daddy, first Slag Kazakage, letting y'all know, running back from the Green Bay Packers, that I am in the house.
At Superior High School, where we have a beautiful facility, artificial turf. This ballpark, relatively new, built.
You belong in your home!
I'm in the house.
Today's broadcast for the Eau Claire North Huskies, number 2, averaging 22.2 points per game. 3:22 into the game, and we see Whitewater's Ken Larson make his way in for the touchdown. And we have with us former Amherst Falcon, former Wisconsin Badger, Tyler Biadish. Tyler, thanks for joining us.
Back here, broadcasting live from Scafidi Field here on Zaleski Sports. Captain's meeting going on right now. We were waiting for a couple officials to walk onto the field. So we're going to be just a few minutes away from some high school soccer here in the Fox Valley Conference between the SPASH Panthers and Neenah Rockets. Michael here with Steve Maves. And Steve, continuing looking at our preview, look at these two teams. Again, tournament time coming up. And we've talked about it all season, even going back to the fall, how it is good to see these guys, especially the seniors for both teams, getting a season, even if it is an abbreviated season, being able to still get some games in, knowing some of these guys will be playing in college as well, but knowing that you're going to be able to wear, whether it's the white of Neenah or the black and red of SPASH, to be able to have these games going.
Well, and you've played with these guys for how many years, and just to be able to get another game in. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. SPASH waited 525 days to play. Neenah probably in the same boat, over 500 days before games. And obviously with don't want to go too off track, but with baseball and softball coming up, we'll talk about that in our broadcasts next week. But those are going to be over 700 days between games. But for these guys, just to be able to get out there, have a season, and just be able to finish off your senior season and take full advantage. Both of these teams, very good teams. Good to see them out there, and just happy for the guys to be able to play.
Well, absolutely, and I saw that firsthand last Saturday night. I was in Kaukauna for the girls volleyball state championship, between Manitowoc and Appleton North.
Yep.
And you saw both teams leaving it all out there, and you saw the emotion for both teams. And when Appleton North got that final point, they swarmed, and then they got the trophy, they hold up, and they get swarmed by the student section. It felt like things were getting back to normal. It felt like it was another normal school year again.
Yeah, and watching those highlights and putting them together, that's one very unique thing, especially this time of the year. In high school volleyball, to win a state championship, you don't ever have, in any sport, you never, after winning a state championship, you never have that opportunity to or with students storming the court and just having that interaction and knowing that the time off and the time that you're able to put in paid off. We saw Appleton North a couple times this spring, and just very impressive, and wouldn't be surprised to see them make another run in the fall.
For sure, but now it looks like the officials are – slowly working their way out. Both teams are getting set up as we're waiting for the beginning of this soccer match against SPASH and Neenah here from Scafidi Field at the Portage County Youth Soccer Complex. As I think they're just waiting. I don't know if they're doing an anthem or not. We're just kind of waiting things out here to get this thing underway. It is a chilly. It's about 38 degrees right now. Slight wind, but these players, they'll be running around. They'll be fine. But
well, and knowing the conditions of degrees with the wind chill, it's a very nice night for close to end of April, but. Yeah, especially with the conditions Trevor and I were in last week for Appleton West and SPASH, I would take this any day over what happened last week.
For sure, I was going to say the same thing. The last fall I dealt with Pacelli and Nakusa in a playoff game, and it was raining sideways to the point where we had a 90-minute rain delay or lightning delay. So, yeah, this will take. Yep. Will absolutely take. So, if you're here, good to see you get your jackets wrapped up, bundled up. I know Steve and I got our jackets and gloves on. We're good to go.
And if it gets too bad, I got some winter boots in the car. So
there you go.
I don't want to. I've been cold enough in games that I've done, and I've learned a little bit.
For our national anthem. Now time for your starting lineups, and we'll start with the SPASH Panthers. Actually, we'll start with Neenah, and I will have that. So, Steve, I'll let you take SPASH. In net will be Peyton Hansen, number 1. On the back line, number 2, Will Riemanap, number 2. It'll be Justin Ramczyk, Zach Ziegert, Logan Pagel, number 6 for the Rockets out there. In midfield, number 9, Christian Quinones. Sean Forget will be out there in the midfield, the senior who's been a key player. Caden Charneski in the lineup this time, the senior. Sam Brzee on the defense. Mike Hanneman, one of the younger players on the team, the sophomore, he'll be back on that defensive line as well. Liam Walker for the Rockets. And for the SPASH Panthers, Steve, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, the Panthers going with their usual starting lineup. In goal, Spencer Banks. Number 2, Gabe Perez. So got number 5, senior Tristan Anderson. Number 8, Colton Thielman. Tristan gets a big round of applause. Majo Yang wears number 9. Number 10, Owen Williams. 11, Jake Williams. 12, Noah Lavick. 13 is Thomas Huspany. 19 is Luke Hinchcliffe. And 24 is Ben Omernick. So we talked to Ben after their game last week with how well he played, and sophomore coming through big for Stevens Point last week, and see what Ben can do here tonight.
For sure, and Neenah going with Matt Fink in net for them. Usually it's been Peyton Hansen, but Fink did a really good job the second half against Oshkosh West last week. Very capable goaltender in his own right. And the Rockets and Coach Brian Ross, knowing that they can trust the senior to hold his own against a team like the Panthers. And both teams also, somebody talk about Almernick, only a sophomore. Mike Hanneman, only a sophomore for Neenah. Wasco, only a freshman. We'll see potentially Nolan Hessenthaler later this game for Neenah as only a sophomore. But like, both teams still very upperclassmen heavy.
Yeah.
And so both teams that know what it takes late in the season to be able to win games.
Well, yeah, and that's what you like to have. Have those upperclassmen be able to help, and you're going to need that senior leadership, junior leadership, and that's what both of these teams have.
And it looks like it's going to start in possession of the SPASH Panthers. They will go left to right. As you look at your screen here in the first half, Neenah right to left in their white uniform, SPASH their red and black, and we are underway.
Yeah, we'll see how aggressive SPASH is tonight. They were very aggressive in their win against Appleton West last week.
And it goes the same way for Neenah. They were able to play a little bit safe early on against West because they got a lead in the first minute. But when they need to, they will step it up and be aggressive as well. As Neenah gets it back, plays it back to center, and swings it around to Justin Ramchek. As on the back line, Forget, Brazee. Sean Forget with right now, calling for teammates. He'll send it right to Brazee, right in front of us on the near side. He'll swing up to Wasco. That's deflected and taken back by the Panthers.
Again, SPASH's passing last week, exquisite, and we'll see what Coach Bell has in store here tonight.
As Thielman looking for a crossing attempt, he's going to get knocked down and out. Should set up a goal kick for Neenah with Fink.
That was a great job defensively, driving Thielman to the out-of-bounds line, not allowing him to be able to cross it up.
The kick taken by a teammate. That's centered across with Remanap heading in it, and this is going to go out. Sets up a throw-in for the Rockets. Back to center, deflected to Will Remanap, and that goes right back out. That'll go right back to Stevens Point. And Luke Hinchcliffe. And pot back out. Again, another throw-in.
Talked about how big this game is for both teams. Great crowd on hand, as expected, coming into a big matchup like it is here tonight.
As that's turned over, Caden Charneski will try and free up a teammate, and he does. Christian Quinones, who had a goal in the game, or a hat trick, I should say, in the last game against Oshkosh West. As they'll send it high, and that's going to go just long.
That was a great job by Jake Williams, trailing and is able to poke it out of there just in time before the shot.
Well, absolutely. So for the goal, quick reminder, as I sent in, we will have the reminder coming up next time we get a chance from our friends over at Fleet Farm. As SPASH wasting no time in the third minute. That gets all the way back to Sean Forget for the Neenah Rockets. Remanap. Trying to find Christian Quinones. Working his way through, trying to get it forward. That's going to be picked up by keeper Spencer Banks, and he'll be able to chance to throw it out.
Yeah, Spencer playing in club teams all around the state. One of the top goalkeepers in those club teams, and showing off what he can do this year. Hasn't given up a lot of goals, and able to keep a scoreless here tonight.
Just a lot of smart positioning from both teams we've seen this year, and knowing when to be aggressive, when to play back, and when to reveal your move on, whether it's on a corner or a PK.
Yep.
As Neenah will get on a throw-in, they'll swing it all the way back, left to right, back to Ramchek.
That's crazy. As an 11-1 score reflects from the win last week. I don't think SPASH had any corner kicks in that win, so that was aggressive on their offensive side.
Now Williams trying to turn upfield. He'll get into the box, gets a little bit of a natural pick back to Perez, and he'll launch it wide. And then a header in, and it's going to go wide and out. Great look early on for the Panthers, but Neenah's there to prevent anything further. We'll set up for a goal kick of their own.
Yeah, again, that just goes to show more great passing by Stevens Point as we've seen them get more and more comfortable with each other throughout the year.
Ramchek will send it with a little bit of backspin. That's going to be taken by Tristan Anderson. By Spash, he'll try and turn it back upfield. But Neenah trying to get it cleared out, centered across. Gabe Perez gets free. He'll roll to a net. Sliding play made by Matt Fink. So far, possession, with the exception of one big break, has been controlled by the Panthers in the first few minutes of this one.
That was a good job by Fink to control the ball with a kind of a wicked spin and turn that it had. Nice job in the goal.
Sending all the way across. Neenah taking her time. Spash not being super aggressive so far right now during this brief possession. As Forget sends it over to Sam Brzee. Usually one of their defensive mids playing on the side today. As Coach Ross still finding his perfect lineup for the Rockets this season. Guys playing different positions, whether it's mid or on that back line. Forget's picked off by Almernick. That's deflected by the freshman Liam Wasco, who had a goal. Had the first goal of that game against Oshkosh West in the second minute. As now Charneski to Ziegert, kept in, Riemann apt, he'll turn upfield. Gets it to Wasco, gets himself positioned over to Ziegert again, and now Neenah looking to break it out. As that'll be taken back by Anderson, gets it back to Jake Williams, and he'll send it back to Banks. Both teams being pretty fundamentally sound early on as Wasco gets it through.
That's exactly what was going through my mind on how good the dribbling was by Neenah on that last possession.
Liam Wasco, and we got a trip up, and that'll set up a free kick for the Rockets. As they'll line it up, and as they quickly line it up, quick reminder as well from our friends at Fleet Farm to schedule an appointment at the Fleet Farm Auto Service Center today. Their professionals handle tire installation and rotation, oil changes, filter and battery replacements, and more. So schedule an appointment online today at Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. Christian Quinones will take it. He will put it toward the nets. Little over a header and out of play. Sets up a goal kick for the Panthers. As that was a line drive shot. As we're immediately back underway.
Yeah, Spash doesn't take a lot of time in their turn of possession, and Neenah with the takeaway.
And we're starting to see the physicality already towards center there as a couple guys hit the deck. No score in the 8th minute. As a stop and start, sent back right, turns it around to Quinones. He keeps possession right to left, now moving to center, back. One touch past Charneski, Quinones right back to him, and that's cleared out by Hinchcliffe. And now Spash looking to attack. Perez and Brzee. Brzee will send it back to Fink.
The grass just slowing that pass down a whole lot, so Perez couldn't quite get there.
Forget breaks his own ankle. That's popped up. Trying to weave his way around, turning with the spin. And good coverage that time by Liam Wasco from his midfield spot, protecting a potential grade A chance for the Panthers. And that'll get sent out. Throw in for Spash.
That was a big win for Neenah on that bad turnover. And
Colton Thielman had a grade A chance. Throw in, Will Riemann was able to jump it, but it's sent back to Tristan Anderson, and also played it back to center to Majo Yang. Liam Wasco trying to get positioning, and he got held by.
I was gonna say there's times that both teams look really good, and then both times when teams look a little off track on both sides. Still a lot of time left early on here in the match tonight.
Ramchek will send it over the top off a header, and that's picked up by the Panthers. They'll weave it to the middle to Anderson. Anderson over top looking for Perez, chasing it down. It'll be taken by Sean Forget. Up the near side to Brzee, right back, one touch. Forget again. He'll swing it all the way across, and that's going to be picked off. Williams. He's going to launch it a little bit high. Set up a goal kick for Neenah with Ramczyk.
I say, watch out to the people on Highway 10 on on that shot.
If you're visiting the store, be ready. As the wind definitely took that one from Chernesky. Ziegert trying to weave his way through, turns upfield. Anderson was able to help out and get free. Played back to Perez. Brzee gets it back. Now Remanap is picked off by Gabe Perez. Forget gets it deflected off of a Panther leg and out. Gives Neenah a throw, and it'll get sent back to Forget, who's been playing a lot of midfield this season on the defense today, with Ramczyk in that defensive mid position. '11th minute, no score. As Remanap jumps, he'll pick it off up to Christian Quinones. Trying to set up a teammate, but that's going to be sent back by the Panthers. As Wasko battling with Almernick.
Yeah, just a lot of change of possession early or quick possessions for both sides, and Neenah's had their opportunities to go back, reset things, and SPASH defensively has been pretty on point tonight, early on.
Thielman trying to weave his way around. He does. Turns the corner. Chase back. He'll get stepped up, and it's going to go out. Should set up a corner for the SPASH Panthers. It looks like it's going to be Perez going over to take it.
Yeah, Gabe, one of the better passers on this team, and that's exactly what you want, especially if Gabe or if Perez, good passer, not the tallest player, so you don't want him up there trying to out-jump some of these Rocket players.
Now, there's plenty of height already on that line for SPASH. Corner a little bit high, kick, header off the crossbar, and in. Off the crossbar, and the rebound gets poked in, and SPASH strikes first in the 13th minute.
Yeah, Colton Thielman able to get the rebound and finish it off for the Panthers. 1-0 here in the first half.
I'm glad you saw who it was. I didn't have a good angle in the crowd.
I didn't either. I just saw people high-fiving, and I just saw them celebrating with him. So that's just what I assumed. That's what I'm going to go with.
I'll see if there's a PA announcement for sure. But either way, it is 1-0 SPASH. And you talk about that pass from Perez from the corner. Absolutely perfect. Now Neenah taking their time again, near side. Brzee back to Forget. He's going to go back to Fink.
I saw it on your arm. I didn't know.
As it is golden to Colton Thielman. The officially credited with the goal. As another chance at a header is going to go high.
Okay.
As that one gets headed just a bit wide. So as the Panthers almost got another one right back to back. By Hispani. Who, the one game I did for the Panthers this year against Preble, he had a very strong game. Perez had one of the better goals of the season in that one as well. But now the Rockets trying to break it out. Will Remanap sends it across. Taking their time, playing it back. Field slightly tilted the past few minutes as the Panthers have been able to control it. As Perez keeps it in play on a very nice play by Luke Hinchcliffe just a few seconds ago.
Yeah, we talk about momentum a lot in sports, and right now, after the goal and a couple of nice defensive plays, SPASH with a lot of momentum after that goal.
As we have a throw in for Neenah on the near side. In the 14th minute, Brzee sends it back to Forget. Playing it back to center as Quinones battling with Yang. That's picked off and now sent back to Perez. Thielman, who got the goal, is able to keep it in the offensive zone. Perez still dribbling his way through. Omrick now being tied up. No whistle, we play on. Now, Charneski tripped up. She's trying to send Ziegert free, but Nego played back to Banks, who has not been tested too much in the first 15 minutes. As now Perez looking to send Thielman. And that's cleared out for a throw-in for the Panthers on the far sideline. One-touch pass, playing it back, looking to center it, and it'll be headed wide off of the noggin of Hispani. Forget will take the goal kick for Neenah. 16th minute, 1-0 SPASH. Is over to Ziegert. Ziegert looking for a centering pass right to midfield to Christian Quinones. Up the middle, Wasco just a little bit too far, and it's going to be picked off by Hinchcliffe, but Wasco or Quinones staying right with it. Header to the box, played for Quinones over the top, looking for a shot, and it's cleared out by the Panther Evans. Will set up a corner for Neenah.
That was a big break for Spencer Banks, and great job again by Luke Hinchcliffe getting in there and clearing it out at the last second.
As you can definitely tell the impact the past few games coming back to the lineup for Quinones for Neenah. He has been stellar about the past week and a half. He'll take the corner. Line drive, corner will be sent back out off the header for the Panthers as Forget up as Hanneman will move back on D. And he will take it now, shot toward the nets, and it'll be caught by Spencer Banks.
Well, you saw that on the corner kick from Neenah, and you mentioned it on Spash's corner as well, just the height from Stevens Point to be able to go up there and clear it out, jumping over everybody.
Hanneman sends it back. Neenah now looking to counter. That'll be sent wide, and Banks will slow things down. Here in the 18th minute. Kept in now on the run.
Let himself a little too far.
As Fink will pick it up. And looks like they're going to set up now to get some maybe an offside. So we'll have a couple of subs in.
Unless it's the pass it to himself, went out of bounds, came back in, and
he got the touch.
Yeah.
As Ethan Ho checks in. Also in Nolan Hessenthaler for Neenah. As there'll be a throw-in for Neenah.
Yeah, after that goal, Neenah has been a lot more aggressive offensively. Just haven't been able to connect on their shots quite yet.
Throw it up on your side. Remanap setting it through to Cherneski. Playing it back over to Mike Hanneman. High attempts, and Banks will make the play. And he'll quickly roll it out, and Omrick is on the run. Omrick playing catch with Perez. He will send a teammate on the run, and it's trying to keep it in, and he does. Owen Williams, what a play. That attempt, Ramczyk clears it back out. and out. Throw in for the Panthers. '20th minute. Colton Thielman, the only goal of the game, 1-0, Stevens Point. So they played it back to center.
Oh, no. The flurries.
As we see a flurry or two going through, and there's a play. Omernick's got a chance. Omernick deflected. May have been Fink got a hand on it. And saved again by Fink. And that time, though, we get a goal by Owen Williams. 20th minute, Panthers get their second. On the rebound, Williams again.
I don't know about the 10th rebound. That was a phenomenal job by
Fink.
By Mr. Fink in the goal. Just couldn't quite get the 5th one. That was a good job by Spash staying with it, but a good job by Fink in the goal.
For sure. And again, Neenah, it's a good problem to have when you have two very good goalkeepers you can use at different times. As we'll get another sub in, as looks like Zach Ziegert back in. For Neenah, they're going to need him to make the comeback. He is an exceptional goal scorer. As now we're back underway, sent back. Wasco playing midfield. Berger trying to turn it over to Riemann. That's picked off by Hispani. As Gabe Perez. But again, now turning it back, Neenah with Ho. Riemann. As again, you can see the stride, the size and just the long strides that Spash can take. That allows him to cover a lot of ground in a very short amount of time. That's picked off by Omernick. To Anderson, trying to center it across. Perez, one touch, Anderson. And Hanneman is able to clear it back out of the box for Neenah, now across. Deflected, and Fink will catch it right on the goal line. For Neenah.
Yeah, that was another nice job by Fink in the goal with player coming down on him and is able to finish it off with the save.
As Riemann turns it up. And they'll play it back as now the Rockets taking their time. 22nd minute. That's almost picked off, but Hessenthaler, though, was able to get it back. As the instincts of Perez now starting to show up a little bit. Thielman gets it free, but it's going to be past Fink, but right there on defense was Sean Forget. But Perez picking it off again.
And Spash's passing has gotten tenfold better than they were at the beginning of the year, as you would hope throughout the year to get better at those. But Spash's passing the last 2 weeks has gotten much, much better.
Throw in for Hinchcliffe on the near side. He'll just toss it into Perez. I mean, I do the same. He's been good today. Perez trying to weave his way through, but right there on the help, Neenah knocks it out. Another throw in for the Panthers. Give and go, Hinchcliffe and Anderson. Deflected. But a nice move, Omernick. He'll have a battle with it. Trying to get free, and he does. Looking for a cross, and that's cleared out. And we're going to get a corner.
Yeah, I wasn't really quite sure what that had been called, but
linesman throwing the flag right at the corner.
Yeah, with Ben Omernick doing what he did, it was a big another opportunity here for Stevens Point.
Perez to take it. And that'll be sent over the net. And sometimes there's a thing as being too tall.
And right there, he just mismeasured and sent it just a little bit high.
Goal kick for Neenah. They'll have a couple of subs in, and as they set up, quick reminder as well, asking where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great insurance rates. That's at Josh Carter State Farm Agency. Josh and his team at State Farm are your one-stop shop in the Fox Valley for the service you deserve at the price you want, so stop looking around. State Farm agent Josh Carter is ready to help. Call 920-722-4277 for surprisingly great rates today, because like a good neighbor, Josh Carter and State Farm is there. Captain play on the near side by Neenah, as now quite the battle there between Christian Quinones and Tristan Anderson. We'll set up a kick for Neenah.
Yeah, not quite as physical as we had thought so far. Obviously, it's
a couple key words there.
Yeah, not yet. But we'll see throughout the rest of this first half here. About 21 minutes left, and then we'll see how see how both teams make adjustments in the 10-minute halftime, and you never know. We've seen more physical games early on, but both these teams playing very, very well through the first couple minutes.
After the throw-in, looking for a cross, sent through and out. Liam Wasco battling now with Thomas Hospenny, and Wasco gets it back. The freshman over to Quinones. That's deflected, but kept in. Ziegert rolling toward the net. Harmless save made by Banks, but some pressure from Neenah that time. And if you're a Rockets fan, that's what you're looking for as the sun starts to set. Lights are on.
And the weather cools down.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Using the long leg, Steelman trying to turn the corner with Mike Hanneman on defense. And out. Set up another corner. It's a good play by Thielman to let it go.
That's a smart move by Colton, knowing that he was not the last one to touch it, and just let it roll out of bounds. And another big opportunity for Gabe Perez and the Panthers.
And really, essentially, also just to screen the defender so that he can't try and keep it in.
Yep, absolutely.
It's a very heads-up play as, again, Perez taking his third attempt at the corner. One has led to a goal. As can be to the back line, and that's going to get to Fink on a deflection.
It wasn't touched until the very end of the formation, and luckily for Fink, it was not quite struck to the strength that SPASH would have wanted.
Well defended by Neenah that time. As Hanneman now playing defensive mid. And that's now trying to find Hessenthaler.
Yeah, it's been very interesting knowing how SPASH plays and how aggressive they play. And Coach Bell has not used a substitution yet here in the first half.
That plays back to Yang. That's picked off. Will Riemann over to Christian Quinones. As SPASH rallying to the ball now. Their midfielders very active. So have a throw in up on the far side.
Yeah, SPASH is pleading to get that one back, but it's clearly Rockets ball, and now he clears it out. And that one's going to be Panther ball.
As it will be Almernick throwing it in, or it will be throwing it by Hinchcliffe. Over to Tristan Anderson. One touch pass back to Hanneman as Almernick trying to keep it alive. It's spun through and kept in. Ziegert, good little move to turn it upfield. He'll find Quinones. But a host of Panthers right there waiting for him. I don't think I've noticed in the first 20 or so minutes, the SPASH defenders are not getting caught being over-aggressive.
Yeah, and they're not laying back, waiting for Neenah to show up as Almernick with an opportunity.
That's fanned on a little bit by Anderson, sends it back for Neenah to center.
Yeah, SPASH being aggressive defensively, but they're not over-pursuing. They're not overplaying the passes and the offensive players for the Rockets.
As that's played through in the battle, SPASH gets it back. Anderson. Omrick keeps it in, weaving his way around, plays it back. Cross Yang. Spenny over, turning it upfield. That's picked off by Liam Wasco, the freshman.
Here comes a little more physicality. Yep.
Absolutely. I was going to say the same thing as Anderson. Trying to send the teammate loose, and that's going to be sent out. Throwing to SPASH. Thielman trying to turn the corner on Hessenthaler. Sends it through Amerdick. Scores. In the 30th minute, Amerdick gets the goal.
And
far side.
I was going to say, that was an interesting play because Luke Hinchcliffe is usually the one that throws it in when it goes out of bounds. This time he did not. And then they threw it into Luke. He passed it back up. And then the Panthers were able to finish it off on that, again, more great passing early on here in the first half.
For sure, as we have a couple subs for Neenah, and as they get set up, quick reminder as well that Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Best of all, Spectrum Benefit Solutions is located right here in Stevens Point with Ashley as your special consultant. Ashley lives in Stevens Point and works with Stevens Point area businesses of all sizes to help them attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to see Ashley at the game, the store, or anytime you're out and about to get started. 30th minute, 3-0 Panthers. Goals from Thielman, Williams, and Omrick. As they get it right back up on the far side, trying to send Perez free. Now he'll slow things down, get chased down. But right to Hespeni, now turning it up. Omrick gets it poked away, but now playing it back is Hinchcliffe, taking his time. But a very good play defensively. Looked like Ramchek there for Neenah. But now SPASH with the back, Omrick. Hessenthaler using that sideline as an extra defender.
That was fantastic defense.
On the cross, though, again, very good defense that time by Neenah as it gets played out, and the Rockets can clear it. Christian Quinones. What closing speed, though, by SPASH and Tristan Anderson. Oh, like he's going to be a 2-on-2 for a second, and Anderson flying up the field.
Yeah, SPASH, a lot of speed on the field.
And again, in a game that involves a lot of distance like this, there's speed and you have long limbs and speed, yep. It makes it even better. As they continue to battle.
Ooh.
A ton of contact. Saved by Fink and cleared back out.
Yeah, the last couple minutes has been the physicality that we've thought was going to happen.
And officials letting him play a little bit, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't get too egregious and dirty,
exactly,
that'll be all right.
And I haven't seen that happen with really either team in any of the games that we've done this year here on Zaleski Sports. Forget now back up to playing midfield, plays it back to Hessenthaler. Remanap trying to feed it through. Across and trying to turn it up. Quinones. Williams, though, gets it back for SPASH. Shin on ball. That was a loud sound that shouldn't be being made. It's Anderson looking to weave it through. Shots and a goal. That ball floated up in the air and may have caught Fink off guard with the spin of where it was going. It was kind of knuckling. And it is 4-0 Panthers in the 33rd minute. And as they get set up for the next kick back in, a quick reminder as well from our friends over at Felt's Dairy. They're located at the Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy is a family-friendly experience serving your favorite cheeses, ice cream, meats, and more, all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy is open Monday through Saturday, 24/7 on Facebook. As we resume play, so 4 goals, 4 different goal scorers for the Panthers. Start this one off from up and down the lineup.
Well, that's what we saw, again, going back to that 11-1 win against Appleton West last week. They had a lot of goal scorers and able to get the job done against the Terrors last week and then knock off onto like 1-0 later on in the week. 2-0 in the conference right now.
As Quinones passes it through. Playing across and back, Quinones trying to turn upfield with Thielman right on his heels. As deflected, now throw in for the Rockets.
It's going to be really interesting to see how these last 12 minutes go for both sides, how aggressive Neenah is in the last 12, and if you're SPASH, you try and build on, but how aggressive do you get to try and get that 5th goal before halftime?
That's going to be the key. Do you want to be too aggressive and maybe get caught and give Neenah momentum, or do you want to play a little bit safe, knowing that you can at least go in with a 4-goal lead?
Exactly right.
And have a little bit of room in the final 45. Anderson gets it back. He'll send it up the middle again, finding the open space. As Perez. Left-handed rolling shot. Takes a little bit of a short hop late, but Fink is there. That's one thing that also I think helps SPASH is being used to this field itself. Yep. You know the length of the grass. You know every little bump and curve that this field can make. It's like if you're a baseball team knowing how the lines are going to curve, how a bunt will roll down, and whether it'll stay fair or not. It's very much like this in soccer as well. Cherneski over to Hessenthaler. Played back by Anderson. And again, it seems both teams are footing a little bit of an issue. Both teams kind of stumbling.
Yeah, we've seen them trip over the ball a couple times. Both teams just trying to figure it out. Obviously, once it gets colder, the grass is going to keep on getting slicker. So we'll see how that ends up in the last 55.5 minutes of this game.
Remap's attempt will go wide. And then maybe deflected. Looks like they're going to set up for a corner for Neenah.
Yeah,
big chance here.
I was going to say, and Spencer Banks was avoiding that ball.
Thinking it wasn't deflected.
Exactly right. And now it's, as you mentioned, a big opportunity for the Rockets with 10 minutes left.
And it'll be the sophomore Nolan Hessenthaler taking it. Banks being kind of screened right now. Cornering attempt goes just wide. Banks is pleading with the official. Saying, looking for a handball.
That's what it sounded like.
Well, and also he acted it out as well.
Yeah. Nonetheless, it's a
goal kick.
Back to the Panthers.
For sure. And as next time we get a chance, we're going to hear from our friends at the Advanced Spine Center of Wisconsin, as we can do that now with a substitution checking in for Thielman. The Advanced Spine Center of Wisconsin is the Fox River Valley's ambulatory surgery center. The Advanced Spine Center of Wisconsin has 2 operating rooms specializing in neurospine procedures, pain management, and total hip and knee replacement. With 3 overnight suites, the Advanced Spine Center of Wisconsin makes your stay comfortable. Visit Advanced Spine Center of Wisconsin on Facebook today. Banks to take the goal kick. And he'll fire it to center. But it's played right back by Neenah. Now Zach Ziegert. Freeing up Wasco. Wasco trying to turn up. Gets tripped up. And then we get a whistle. Just out of the box to set up a free kick.
Another big opportunity for the Rockets here in the closing minutes of the first half.
Neenah got a couple of goals on these last couple of games.
Again, that's another big advantage for the Panthers, having all that height on the line.
It looks like their top 3 goal scorers. Will send it wide. Look, Quinones was taking the chance.
That was a rocket of a shot.
That was
holy cow.
That's one of the ones for those of us who aren't exactly the soccer players that numbs your foot.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Played back to Banks. Again, he will just get it over the top and pop right back. As Armenico played over to Anderson. Final 7.5 minutes here in the first half. Neenah's been getting some good chances the past couple of minutes. SPASH trying to keep that 4-goal lead as they'll play up the far side with Aiden Puriam. Armenick, left-footed shot right there, though, is Fink.
Yeah, another good job defensively, making Armenick use his off foot.
Left-footed goal kick and trying to turn up field. Eventually, they'll host the Panthers covering Ziegert. Ziegert potentially the most dangerous with the ball in his foot among the Rockets forwards. That gets by Omrick, but it gets to Perez. His attempt goes wide. Goal kick for Neenah it'll be Quinones taking it. Got a chilly Tuesday night here from Scafidi Field. Has played back. Perez, though, again, everywhere so far in the first half. As SPASH, though, gets it back, sends it across. Anderson, using his strength, keeps it going up the side to Hinchcliffe. Over the top. But Hessenthaler, battling with Umrick, was able to cut it off, and he'll get passed over to Pagel.
Yeah, that was a tough pass from Hinchcliffe to Armenick. Ben was backing up on the pass and couldn't quite get his body around to be able to control it.
Logan Pagel up on the near side. Back in the game. Over to Quinones. As we have played 40 of the scheduled 90. 5 minutes left in the first half. As Neenah, nice play over the top, trying to get it back in the offensive zone. Ziegert tried to weave his way through as Omernick picks it back off for SPASH. But there's Ramchek picking it right back off as they try to hit Perez for Jay. Hessenthaler playing it back to Ramchek. Sent back out and played back, but Neenah keeps it alive.
Gabe seems like he's everywhere tonight. He's just playing outstanding for the Panthers.
As now it's up to Omernick. Just outside the box, trying to weave through, keeps it alive. Off his left foot, and right there is Fink to make the play on his knees. Matt Fink's been busy tonight. And don't let the score fool you. He's done a very good job in that.
There's one that he was able to save about 4 or 5 times, and just the last one was not quite couldn't quite maneuver his body to where the ball was, and SPASH was able to score a goal on that one.
Omrick keeps it free. Good battle with Kenona's shot right to Fink. He'll make another save. And he'll throw it over to Hessenthaler. He's got some room up the near side. He will play it to center. To Chernesky. Across to Forget. Wasco. As no Caden Chernesky over the top. It's played down by Pagel, trying to send it across to Ziegert. Back to Sean Forget. Chernesky trying to get free in the box. He'll go a little bit wide. Left foot shot's going to go high and off to the left and out. Goal kick. We had a couple of subs in it, and Quick Miners as well as they substitute Quick Miners as well to get comfortable this spring with Point Heating and Cooling. Point Heating and Cooling is your Lennox dealer in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Sign up for planned service, receive 10% off parts, and a reminder to service your furnace and central air conditioner. Call Point Heating and Cooling, 715-345-1979. Visit online at pointheating.com.
Yeah, it's that time of the year when you can have your heater on at night, or your furnace on at night, and your AC on during the day, or it will be that time pretty short.
Or would you have your screen door open or not?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We saw that just last week. Monday was pretty warm.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the week was not.
Yeah. And next week is supposed to be nice again with the start of baseball and softball seasons. Supposed to be hopefully in the 70s. Chance of rain, but hopefully that chance dwindles away and we can keep bringing you more sports right here at Zaleski Sports.
For sure. And, of course, in the spring, we will always be at the mercy of Mother Nature. What a pass to Omernick. And he'll score. His second in the game in the 43rd minute. It's 5-0 Panthers. As I don't know how that pass got through. And not much Matt Fink could do there as Omernick was able to get behind and just get into the open net.
And again, that was just one of those times that SPASH was pushing it ahead and then just found that extra spot where Ben Almernick was able to get behind the defense, and they just add a fifth one here in the first half.
I think that was Hinchcliffe who made the pass. Now Neenah just trying to get something going, get a little bit, get something going for Hack, get some momentum as they'll look to free. Ethan Hohen will get turned away and cleared out by Jake Williams. Sets up a throw in the final minute here in the first half. Hessenthaler to toss it in. Back to Christian Quinones. Forget in the midfield. Back to Quinones. Across deflected right there, though, was Chernesky. That's blocked. Looking to get another attempt right there. Positionally, Spencer Banks. Final 15 seconds. Neenah kind of rushing it now. Final 10. SPASH trying to turn a field. Purion will have it roll out, and that will take us to halftime. We've played 45 and 90. It is 5-0. The SPASH Panthers take the lead over Neenah. We will step aside. We'll be back to you guys later on in the half to break down what happened. But right now, we got some words from our great sponsors right here on your high school home for sports, Zaleski Sports.
Hewitt's Meat has been producing the highest quality meat in the area since 1939. From chicken to pork, beef to seafood, here you'll find only the best. Try our award-winning summer sausage and snack sticks, made from only the highest quality cuts, no fillers. And good luck choosing between our 34 flavors of brats. Stop by for lunch and grab a made-to-order sub, burger, or salad. And don't forget all the canned goods, salsas, pickles, pizzas, and more. all locally sourced. Hewitt's Meat in Marshfield and Tomahawk.
Hey, it's Dean Blandino, and I'm here to tell you that Zaleski Sports is Wisconsin's hometown high school sports network. Get Wisconsin sports updates every day with Zaleski Sports. That's where I get my Wisconsin sports updates. And listen, while we're here, all right, I'll admit it. Dez caught it, but the Packers won. The end.
In a dominating first half, lead Neenah 5-0. Goals from Anderson, Thielman, Owen Williams, and Amernick twice have led the Panthers to an impressive advantage here in the first half, as we'll see how the Rockets respond going forward as they flip sides here in the second half. With 45 minutes left in this one. Again, both teams playing just a couple of days back home on Thursday. For SPASH, they will host Kimberly. For Neenah, they'll be playing a team from Sun Prairie coming up to play the Rockets Thursday evening. We'll be there for both games right here on Zaleski Sports. Of course, football again for the Rockets Friday night against Appleton West. Both teams getting final words of encouragement from their coaching staffs. 45 minutes on the clock. It looks like we will have a change in net for the Panthers. Banks with a great first half. It looks like Simon Sullen taking over in net here for the second half. He's wearing number 43. Number 3 on your program. This looks like it's going to start with the Neenah Rockets in possession. Caden Charneski with that front line. It looks like on the far side looks to be Zach Ziegert, Ethan Ho. As we're back underway, as it plays back across to the back line to Hanneman. Quinona is circling things around again. Now playing it back toward the back line. Now trying to turn up the center. One-touch pass up the far side and over the top. Charneski chasing it down. He'll get it back. Shot will go a bit wide and short. Chasing it down and flying up the near side is Ethan Hope. Playing it back. And that's going to be centered high, and that's sent back out to the box. Shoulder on shoulder hit, they'll blow it dead. And they're going to call that one, I think, on Owen Williams. Says set up a free kick for Neenah. With Liam Wasco. We'll hand it off. It will be Christian Quinones taking it. Linesman setting up the play. On the cross, sent back out. And Gabe Perez sends it back to center for SPASH. Thielman, who had the first goal, gets defended well by Ramchek and played back to Noah Lavick. Is now SPASH taking their time. Hinchcliffe, far side. Gets his pocket picked, but then SPASH sends it back to center. And Mike Hannon for Neenah takes it back. 2 minutes into the second half, 47 in the game. Neenah's been controlling possession for most of this one. Again, field tilted the first couple minutes on this right side for Neenah's. That's turned upfield. Williams. And they're going to blow it dead as waiting for Whistler. They're going to give it back to Neenah as Williams was out of bounds, came back in to play it. As I'm joining again with Steve.
Trying to warm up a little bit.
Oh, I know. It's definitely starting to get a little bit chilly again. As Perez keeping it in play and just weaving his way around.
Yeah, no, that's what we expected from Neenah coming out of halftime, be a lot more aggressive. They were in first couple minutes, so we'll see if they can turn those opportunities into and capitalize on them. But so far, the first 3 minutes unsuccessful so far.
Honey, it's now 35 degrees outside on this evening. Then we throw in for the Rockets on that far side in the corner. They'll keep it alive and send it back towards center. And it's going to be a throw in for the Panthers. That one went out. They'll roll it all the way back to net for Simon Solon in the net. Over to Zach Ziegert. Now Neenah looking to get something going. Nice little move by Ziegert. And he is defended by Jake Williams.
He's quite the ball handler. He's been impressive all night, and I know you've seen him quite a bit this year, but he's been pretty impressive tonight.
There are signs where I feel with Ziegert, especially last week, I thought that the ball was attached to a string on his foot. Well, right now it's just a lot of times just SPASH just has the size. That's been one of the big differences. They've been able to cover so much ground.
Well, and like you mentioned earlier on, they know the conditions of the field that they're going to be playing on. They know how slick it's going to get, and they know all the bumps and spots where it goes up. So, advantage there as well.
As again, Williams and Ziegert tangling up. And it's launched all the way back down. As a ram check. Keeping it is out. Throw in for the Panthers. Thielman forcing that one. As even the ball boys throw in goes out. So they just got the original one and we'll go forward. Of course, don't forget to stay tuned. After the game this evening, we'll have your National Dairy post-game show coming up here from Scafidi Field. As it's kept in, SPASH gets it back. And so we got a handball.
Yeah, and if SPASH is able to hold on, we'll talk to Coach Bell about, again, this 5-goal first half. They had 5 last week against Appleton West, so big opportunity here for Stevens Point to add on.
As we're waiting for I don't know if they're calling a PK or if they're calling. SPASH looks like it's going to be a penalty kick. On the handball. Spenny to take it. Goal. 6-0 SPASH on the penalty kick. As apparently it might be his birthday. And if it's not, that is a very awkward celebration for the Panthers. But either way, if it is, happy birthday to Thomas Spenny getting the goal. And it is 6-0 Panthers here in the 51st minute. 52nd minute. 51st.
Oh, I'm really glad you're here to do math because I'm not. I write down what you say, so I'll take your word for it.
Math is fun at times. As Neenah trying to get something going, nice little pop-up play, but played back is there. As I heard a fan say, I look right away, and yes, it is starting to snow.
Oh.
Here in Stevens Point, because what would April in Wisconsin be without snow? As that one will go wide.
And it's not just the little snow we had last week. It's blowing in pretty good. Oh, my goodness. For Pete's sakes.
I don't know about Pete, but I've had enough as well. But right now, it's going to be
the wind's picking up, too.
It'll be a goal kick for SPASH. And as they do, quick reminder as well from our friends over at Plexus, headquartered in Neenah, with locations throughout the world. Plexus' vision is to help create the products that build a better world, from healthcare devices to airplanes to industrial technologies. Plexus partners with companies to bring complex ideas to life. Hopefully that involves stopping weather. And let's go. Are you drawn to technology? Are you looking for development and advancement? Plexus is growing and they want to talk to you. Plexus is looking for production associates, technicians, engineers, and various other positions. Visit www.plexus, that is plexus.com, to learn more.
All right, Mike, I'm going home. Oh, man.
If I'm stuck here, so are you. If the players are stuck here, so are you.
Yeah, this is, man. Oofta.
Either way, we play on 6-0 Spash, throwing on the far side.
I thought it couldn't get worse than last week, but this is, it snowed during warm-ups last week. At least it stopped during the game, and now it starts up here.
Still nothing compared to last fall, as that one's going to be sent around and out up the near sideline. As again, we see the fans around us bundling up. We see blankets coming out.
I'm trying my best, too. Oh, my goodness.
Safe to say when we get in our vehicles later on, the heat will be on. As that's toward the net and cleared back out by Neenah. Go Spash gets it right back. Anderson, that's blocked. Omrick looking for the hat trick. It's his pocket picked.
Oofed.
And Thielman's going to call for a foul there. Shoulder to shoulder on Hessenthaler. Sets it up as we'll get the indirect for Neenah.
And I know they're young, and I know that they have a lot of adrenaline, but playing out there in shorts is kind
They'll be cold on the way home. It's going to be a chilly bus ride.
Oh, my goodness.
As again, wind take that one is going to roll towards center as Ethan Ho will try and clear it out for Neenah. It gets picked off by Williams. Williams taking his time. Hesitation move, looking for a cross. Nice little move.
Oh.
As he either got tripped or broke his own ankles.
He got triple teamed and got sandwiched and
battle with it again. As Quinones trying to send it over the top, chasing it down. Kurcheski. And a diving play made by the goalkeeper, Solon. Ten minutes into the second half, 55 into the game. 6-0 Spash. Thielman. He's got a goal tonight. Now we'll get the whistle. Setting up a free kick. As off ball is... It gets worse with the snow.
it can snow as long as the wind doesn't.
True.
As long as the wind's not bad, it can snow all it wants.
We say surrounded by electric equipment.
Yeah, that's true. But other than that.
I mean, soccer is a majestic game sometimes, and...
Well, there was, a number of years ago when the U.S. played in Colorado or something, they played in a blizzard. That was when the U.S. men were competitive. Then they were...
I sense you choosing your words very carefully. And I agree with you. Free kick for Perez.
It is, it's heavy now.
Trying to, a very heads-up play, but a very great play by Neenah to clear that one back out. As Williams. The aggressive play by the keeper keeps it alive, but right back to Neenah with Kurcheski. Riemanap gets a great sliding play made by Williams. It'll be throw-in for Neenah. But now the Rockets with a throw-in.
Oh, all right.
I mean, if you're looking for some beautiful visuals, we got you covered. And also, we gotta say, also respect to the families and fans out here that they're staying tough.
Yeah, no.
Say nothing of the coaches and players. As that's played up again on the near side, another throw-in for the Rockets. Liam Wasco has his play taken, and Williams picks it off. Now Perez taking it upfield for the Panthers. He'll pass it off over to Omrick, but it's played back to center by Neenah. Hinchcliffe. One touch back to the Panthers and Perez. Again, Perez not on the score sheet with a goal, but he has definitely been the driving force. As again, some more contact. Sets up the Panthers. And as they get everything set up and organized, quick reminder as well to sit back and enjoy the handcrafted sodas from the Stevens Point Brewery. Made from 100% real sugar and high-quality ingredients. You got a variety of styles that includes Point Root Beer or Diet Root Beer, black cherry, orange or vanilla cream, and kitty cocktail. For more than 15 years, Point Premium Root Beer has been a tradition right here in central Wisconsin. Stevens Point Brewery supports all area student-athletes. That free kick sent back outside the box. The Panthers will get it back, looking for a crossing attempt. And a goal by Hispani makes it 7-0. So 18 goals in their last 2 home games for the Panthers.
Yeah, put up an 11th spot, as mentioned, against Appleton West last week, 11-1. The only goal they gave up was a penalty kick, and able to get the mercy rule last week against the Terrors.
As Cherneski will just fire deep, and Neenah trying to keep going. So, SPASH now taking their time. 31.5 minutes remaining. 59th minute. Neenah looking for an attempt at a cross, and they do. But SPASH is there. Williams will send it back towards center. As Sean Forget back in the game. Plays it off his shoulder. Throw in for SPASH.
Yeah, you're just talking about the Point Root Beer, and you can't ask for a much better root beer if you're going to have a root beer float than stuff you get from Stevens Point Brewery. But and then this started to happen, and that's more so talk for when it starts warming up. But yeah, Point Premium Root Beer is a drink to have for root beer floats. That's for sure.
Well, absolutely, and we got to thank them for being one of our sponsors all season.
Yeah.
Both fall, winter, and now spring.
Might not look like it, but it's springtime almost.
Technically.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a ton of contact. We'll set up SPASH again with another free kick. As we approach the final 30 minutes, we've played 60. We'll see which Panther takes it. Anderson and Williams. What a shot and a goal by Owen Williams. His second goal of the night in the 61st minute. It's 8-0 SPASH.
Yeah, that was we were talking last week I think we were talking on our way down to Kenosha for the NLFL last week on Saturday, and they had the top 10 plays on SportsCenter in that morning, and just the things that these guys can do with the ball, the way they can spin it and all that. And that was another good example of that, how well the control that some of these players have with on their shots is outstanding.
As those make some subs in. And as they sub in, quick reminder as well from our friends over at Paper City Savings on County Road Double H in Plover and online at papercitysavings.com. Paper City Savings is your full-service financial institution here in Portage County, ready to help you. Open a kid's savings account today, get a free gift plus another free gift on your birthday. That is Paper City Savings in Plover. Quinones trying to turn the corner. Williams chasing him down, looking for that hat trick.
Yeah, he is.
As, again, extremely physical, and they're finally going to blow the whistle. Is the official going to talk to both guys? As Williams and Quinones getting a little bit of a stern talking to from the official.
That's more of that physicality that we had thought would happen throughout this game.
Yeah, it looks like that's offside on Neenah. It was the I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed of officiating terms. That's played back and sent towards center, trying to turn upfield. Perez, us in the crowd, throw in for the Panthers. In the game, Winston Hill over to trying to find Theonis, poked out, throw in for the Panthers again. Defense for Neenah. 63rd minute, 8-0 Panthers. Goes from Williams, Omerich, and Hispani twice. Right there, Williams defensively, other Williams, makes the play. Second blow dead, let's give it to Spash.
Yeah, that was opponent to lift themselves, I guess, to get a little higher.
In American football, known as launching.
Yeah.
Sent toward the net right there, Neenah to good defensive play, but Spash gets possession back toward the box. Perez shot save made by Fink with that right arm. That was going against the grain. Good play with that right arm.
Yeah, just stuck it out there and was able to have the strength to be able to keep that ball in front of him.
Hanneman. Setting it deep. That's deflected and will roll back to the Spash back line and Jake Williams. Deflected, kept in by Perez. Played across, now keeping it going for Neenah, trying to turn a field to Krzyzewski and offside. '65th minute of this one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the last 25 minutes go. Spash subbing in some guys, Neenah as well, but that first half, and Neenah had their opportunities, very aggressive, and right now here they got another one for the Rockets.
Ziegert fired high and just out. We'll have a goal kick for the Panthers, and as they do that, another quick reminder for our friends over in the Valley. Special thank you to Lions Books of Downtown Neenah, Great Harvest Bread Company, visit marshfield.com, and Neenah Main Auto Body with 24-hour towing for helping to support this broadcast and Neenah Rocket Athletics. Of course, we will be doing a lot of Neenah Rocket sports coming forward in the spring. Still got some more soccer coming forward. Football, baseball, softball will be there. SPASH Panther soccer coming up as well Thursday.
Yeah, that game coming up against Kimberly, originally scheduled for May 4th, but with the playoffs starting around that time, then the girls as well, that's their first home game at 5 o'clock on May 4th for the SPASH girls right here. So they pushed the game up to get it played so then they can get it in before the postseason starts.
Which makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Weaving through, kept alive, but right there now, SPASH trying to play it back in the game. Also number 41, Deacon Yang. And SPASH starting to sub in some more guys. Christian Quinones. That's a little bit of his foot played across, though. Neenah right there to try and take it back with Ziegert. Still weaving his way through, keeping it alive, and that's going to get deflected. Or is it going to be a goal kick? Looks like that
goal kick
cleanly out. Goal kick out.
For Simon.
'62nd minute. And SPASH with an 8-0 lead. That's got a little bit of side spin over to Yang. Played back, though, to Neenah. Quinones. Give and go, gets it back, taking his time. He'll send it back to his defense.
Yeah, SPASH's last 4 games going back to their last loss against Eau Claire Memorial. 1-0 loss, 11-1 win, 1-0 win, and now 8-0 here with 22.5 minutes left.
Mainville gets slowed down by Winston Hill as Renan Yang gets it over to Perez. Williams. Noah Hlavik. Hill near side, again playing over to Yang. That's picked off by Pagel. And SPASH gets it back, and they'll play it back through. Deflection kept in by Deacon Yang. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but SPASH keeps it. But Neenah looking to break it back out. Back to Hill. Over to Ziegert. Trying to weave through everybody. And Williams gets the angle and makes the play. Veteran offenders still in for SPASH. Williams and Hlavik. They've had a strong game. Weaving it across to Mainville. Remanap playing a little more forward, steps up, plays back.
Yeah, Scare, 34, he had a goal against Appleton West last week, and I believe second to the last one for the Panthers before they mercy ruled them in with about 25 minutes left in that game.
Throw in for Neenah as we approach the final 20 minutes. 70th minute going right now. Mark Mainville. Working it around back to Christian Quinones. Pagel's pass picked off with a colorful apology. Anderson. Taking his time, plays it back to Williams. Across to Hinchcliffe. Now Perez taking his time, weaving it across. Williams trying to spin away, and he does. Gets it over. Anderson to Yang. Hill. Anderson stepping up. Yang battling to Scare, and that'll be caught by Fink.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Lucas. Just needing, just throwing up there and see what happens. You don't play a whole lot, and Scare again able to score last week, and almost had another opportunity there as Yang goes down.
He gets run over by Ziegert. Free kick for Spash. And again, the physical play and despite all the physical play, we've had a PK and some free kicks. There's not been a card given out yet tonight. Perez sends it high.
Into the night here at Stevens Point.
And now a ball boy's got to go chase it down.
Yeah.
Goal kick. The 72nd minute for Neenah. Deep to center, picked off there by Hlavik. That's deflected, but sent right back through to Tristan Anderson. Playing through Perez. Trying to send one deep, but Mainville will have to play it back for Neenah. Cross Pagel to Mainville. As we play on, trying to turn the corner. Get another couple deflections, played back. Across to Hill, near side. Good sliding play by Pagel, who'll keep it alive. Up the near side, plays it back. Pod back to Jake Williams.
As you mentioned, we talked about it a little during halftime. Spash is going to have their hands full against Kimberly on Thursday, but if they play like they have the last 2 weeks, it's going to be a heck of a match here at Scafidi Field on Thursday night, 7 o'clock. And then you guys got a game as well, Neenah and
Sun Prairie School.
Sun Prairie. So Sun Prairie, a school that's going to be breaking in half in a year or two. Because they're too massive.
2-0 goal, Anderson. Tristan Anderson gets his second. It's 9-0. '74th minute. For Anderson.
Are you proud of me? I did the math on that one all by myself.
I mean, you do have a degree.
I had it written down. Yeah, not a math.
Yeah. So, a couple of subs in the game for Neenah. Owen Rasmussen. So both teams getting some subs in. Again, stay tuned following tonight's match. We do have your Nathan Dre post-game show. Steve will be down there talking to Coach Bell and our Hyatt House player of the game. Some guys to choose. We'll see who gets the nod to this evening.
Just to get a roar of the crowd, might have to go with the birthday boy. So
I can see that. We'll see. We'll see what happens when you start our post-game coverage.
Yeah.
As Perez still in there, weaving his way around. But Neenah will take it back on defense. Hessenthaler. Playing around Lincoln Prochnow in the game as well. Also in there, Henry Teckham. Graham Altacruz. Played back, Andrew Falkavage. Rasmussen just taking the throw in. Sends it back to Ferget. Back to Fink and net. Final 15. Picked off by Williams.
I'll have to talk to Coach Bell about that, keeping those starting defensemen out there, some of them at least, to see if he was looking to preserve that. Don't want to jinx it yet, but preserve that shot.
Now on the run, Yang. And he gets pushed down the box. That could be a PK. For Deacon Yang, which could end the game.
Yeah. Yep.
I think part of it also with keeping those defensemen in could be just having some veteran experience out there to teach them guys. So it's going to be, and a yellow card given out. So we're going to get a penalty kick.
Yeah, they're going to let Deacon do it.
To try and put this, and try and get everyone into the warmth. On the right side, it is no longer snowing.
That's true. Knock on metal here.
Deacon looks back at a thumbs up from Scurray. Second PK of the night for SPASH. Goal. Deacon Yang gets the goal and ends the game. With 14 minutes left, the mercy rule has taken effect. Your final score this evening, it is 10-0 for the SPASH Panthers. They get the win, so we will step aside. We'll hear from our friends over in Nasonville, have a chance to come back with your Nasonville Dairy post-game show, a chance to talk to Coach Bell as well, so we'll be right back to wrap things up here from Scafini Field after these messages on your high school home for sports, Zaleski Sports.
Well, the Grow Wisconsin Dairy Processing Grant is for really any dairy, or up to $50,000 you can get for like improvements, help with like food safety aspects. It's actually you have to pay part of the service that you're getting, so you have to pay 20% of it. So we were actually granted $6,150, and so that's the 80%. So our project is at a little over $7,000. So that's showing them that we're doing something with their milk. We're not just taking it, turning it into cheese, setting it in the store, sending it to the customer, like everyone else does. Anything that we do in the plant with food safety is great for everyone. It's not just great for us. It's telling the customer that we make a good product. It's telling the farmer, our patrons, that we're doing good with their milk. And so that should really go to heart. That you're going to get a safe product coming out of here. It's cool to see that all the Hymans are they really like to see their name out in the community, but especially for anything with children's groups. They sponsor a bike raffle every year, and they actually go and give it to the kid in the schools. I know that's a huge thing every year. But yeah, it's really cool to see their name out there. Seeing them a sponsor, we all got kids, we all were kids, so most likely something came out of here that we've done or
We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Welcome back to the Portage County Youth Soccer Center and Scafidi Field. It was a 10-0 win for the SPASH Panthers over Neenah. Time now for your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, just our fresh cheese curds that are made daily. Visit NasonvilleDairy.com to see the selection of cheese curds, cheeses, sausages, and other quality-made food and snacks. And don't forget to order a cheese and sausage tray for your next party or event today at NasonvilleDairy.com. Again, this was all Panthers from the opening jump. Multiple players with multiple goals, and it was a penalty kick from reserve freshman Deacon Yang to wrap things up, but multiple goals from Tristan Anderson, from Owen Williams, from Tom Hospenny and Ben Omerick. Other goals on the evening for Colton Thielman, which got things started, and of course Deacon Yang to wrap things up. So in a couple minutes, once Coach Bell is done talking with his guys, we'll head down to the field for Steve Mays, who will have our live post-game interview with Coach Bell and our Highlight House player of the game as the Panthers. And what can you say about their last couple of home games? 21 goals. A couple of mercy rule wins, and also a 1-0 win sandwiched in between them. And next comes the big one. The Papermakers coming to town right here on Scafidi Field Thursday evening. Of course, Neenah Rocket soccer coming up Thursday as well against a Sun Prairie school. As in this spring season, it's definitely getting crunch time for these two schools. As we continue with our postgame coverage, so we will take another quick break. We'll come back, hopefully have a chance to talk to Coach Bell shortly as he's continuing to talk to his guys. So we'll be back in just a few seconds right here on Zaleski Sports with more of your Nasonville Dairy postgame coverage.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, switch to US Cellular and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G, plus no activation fees. So you can stream, capture, and post without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Northside Computers is Marshfield's U.S. Cellular store. Visit us on South Central Avenue in Marshfield for the latest Samsung, Apple, personal cellular devices, tablets, and more.
I really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Back here from Scafidi Field, your Nasonville Dairy postgame coverage continues. We're going to send it down to the field. Our very own Steve Mays is there with Coach Bell. And Steve, take it away.
Good. All right, here with SPASH head coach. Coach, obviously another impressive win tonight. Very aggressive again starting the game. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we wanted to feel out how this game was going to look like in the first few minutes and kind of get an understanding of what they're looking for. We don't, you know, for all of us, for all these games in our Fox Valley, we play these teams on occasion, but we don't see them as much. So we have to really get comfortable with what they're trying to do and then try to counter with what we can do. And I think that was our focus tonight is don't be too concerned about what they're doing. Be mindful, pay attention. But I mean, we can do some special things too. We can do hard things too. So we wanted to make sure that we forced them to play a game we wanted to play. And it just continued to work in our favor most of the night. So that's a blessing.
Obviously a big game coming up on Thursday. Outscoring your opponent's last three games 22-1. Just talk about the last two shutouts and coming into a big game against Kimberly on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, like we don't look at it as a trend. We just go game by game. So we're playing 90 minutes and what we can do in 90 minutes, and that's good. We know the next game it may not be that way. We don't prepare. I mean, we want to see that focus and the attacking focus tonight and the finishing focus, of course. But we know that we're not going to have games like this, and we're not going to break teams open all the time. And score like this. So we have to be prepared for the kind of game that is and manage every minute of the game, no matter what that situation is.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach. If you could bring over Thomas, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, we're going to have a birthday boy and 2 goals tonight. Thomas Huspany join us in just a moment. And he gets a big cheer from his friends, so we'll talk to him quick and then we'll send him on his way. So we'll talk to him about his 2 goals, another big win here tonight. Obviously, getting another big conference win, but also your 2 goals. Just talk about those tonight.
Came out, missed a few headers right in the beginning. I think I had like 3. So I was just trying to bounce back, had a second half in front of us, and I was able to convert on those ones.
Just talk about the quick start again. 5 goals in the first half again. Last week, I think you guys were up 5-1 at halftime. Just talk about how important that is to get off to a quick start.
Yeah, it's extremely important. You get out there, you set the tone. It all starts with pregame and getting together as a team and being confident with each other.
And knowing that it's coming down quick. I mean, the season is so short, but now being able to have students and fans and parents and everybody here, how much does that help you guys coming out here every night when it is 30 degrees and snowing?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love the crowd. It's great motivation out there. I think they're having fun with it too. It's great to see sports back like this.
Obviously, a big game against Kimberly coming up on Thursday. What do you guys, obviously you guys know the paper makers, just talk about the mindset going in.
Yeah, so this is our biggest week. You play Neenah, then Kimberly, then Appleton North, all sitting towards the top of the conference. We're just taking it game by game. We got this one out of the way. Rest up a Wednesday, and another home game against Kimberly, come out strong again, and then we're on to the next one.
Perfect. All right, we're going to put you in the house, all right?
All right.
Going to give you that. We're going to look at Trevor, who's sitting down. I'm going to count you down 3, 2, 1. Say your name and say I'm in the house.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Thomas Huspany, and I'm in the house.
Perfect. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good one, man.
You too. We're going to send it up to Mike to wrap things up here from Scafidi Field. 10-0 SPASH, another big win.
Thank you very much for that, Steve. And again, your final score, like you said, SPASH 10-0 over the Neenah Rockets. Ended with 14 minutes remaining, so we played 74 minutes of this one as SPASH got their 10th goal on a penalty kick from freshman Deacon Yang. With that being said, we'll wrap things up here from Scafidi Field and go warm up. That has been your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Again, Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds that are made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com to place your order today. For Steve Mays and for Trevor Zaleski, this is Mike Wendland saying so long, everybody. One more time, your final score, it was SPASH over Neenah, 10-0 here in boys soccer. Everyone, from all of us here at Zaleski Sports, stay warm, stay safe, and have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday evening. Good night, everybody.